This is just to show what is done so far in the backend. We have created two schemas, app and app underscore private. App is meant for all database objects that can be accessed by the user. App underscore private is for private sensitive information. It is defined to in authsystem.sql file. It defines the roles of the users, which are user, mail designer, and admin. It also has a table to store the passwords encrypted at encrypted as hash using the PG crypto extension. So far, I have created nutrition table, product, meal measure, meal plan, and meal plan entries. In order to better visualize the code written, I have used dbeaver. I've used dbeaver and generated the ER diagram for the code written. A meal plan will have a name, description, and tags, which can be defined. The tags can define the diet restrictions such as peanut free, gluten free, dairy free, vegetarian, vegan, etc. Every meal plan will have many meal plan entries. The meal plan entry has a category to define whether it is breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or snacks. We can define the days 1 to 7 here. Every meal plan entry will contain a meal. So the meal is defined with name, description, method, cooking duration, cost, serving size, etc. It has tags to define whether they are vegetarian, vegan, or whatever label needed for the meal. It has category. It has categories to label them as either breakfast or lunch or dinner. Note that this is the suggested category for the meal. The meal plan entry will have the actual meal category. Will have the actual meal category entry. Every meal will have different ingredients, which is defined in the product table. The product table has the fields such as name, price, quantity, UPC, Walmart link, and tags to define whether the entity is the tags is basically to define whether the entity is vegetable or pulse or meat, dairy, etc. This may correspond to the ale names in a supermarket. I have created the measure table to define how much quantity in a particular unit of this ingredient product we are going to use in a particular meal. So that's why this product ID and meal ID is here. um, I have also created a nutrition table which pretty much has all the fields required for a product or a meal. Now, to identify whether that particular entry in the table is the nutrition of a product or a meal, we have created a column nutritionable type. If I want to define the nutrition of a product, then I define the nutritionable type as product and nutritionable ID as the ID of that product. Example, coconut. If I want to enter the nutrition of a meal, then I define the nutritionable type as meal and nutritionable ID as the ID of that meal. Example, coriander coconut chutney. Now, this example of coriander coconut chutney and its ingredients, which is the products, are is entered in the seed data. Mm. In order to access the Postgres file of the backend, you just need to run the command .db .db hyphen reset .sh, and then start with the command in the command line docker compose up graphql. You'll find all this instructions in readme.md. Now I have already run these commands, so I can just show you the localhost 4000. In this I have written some queries. Say for example, to view all the users, you just have to run this query and it will list the users so far, and and this is to basically authenticate, and the current user query will say, who is currently logged in, and this product query will essentially show the data that I have put in that seed SQL. So the ingredients, the product, say the pink salt, the coconut chunks, and then the coriander leaves, red chili roasted. All these are from the product, uh, and uh, and then this is the coriander coconut chutney is the meal entry. So this is the example I wanted to show you. Uh, so and I still need to create the shopping list table, and then we would be done with the data model. Vagmi had created the Docker file and Docker Compose to launch front end and back end from the same repository. This launches the PostgreSQL database, Meal Planner front end, and the GraphQL backend with a single command, which is Docker hyphen compose up from the command line. That's all. Thank you.